been a long week and the fellas are thirsty.
Scotch. Here it goes down into my belly.
It's time to cruise into the weekend. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch present Bar Card Friday. Brought to you by Keg N Bottle, with the best selection of bourbon, whiskey, tequila, private section bottles, and more.
My problem is I drink too much, way too much.
Yeah.
I get my doctor a urine specimen. There was an olive in it.
Now, let's pour some drinks.
Absolutely. Happy Bar Card Friday, brought to you by Keg N Bottle, 10 locations all throughout San Diego. We are doing it again with Tony Kanja, owner, operator of Keg N Bottle. Good morning, Tony.
How you guys doing?
Oh, man, we are doing much better since you arrived, my friend.
That's right. Yes,
because you always arrive with the fun. And the fun today on this Bar Card Friday is with Mark, the founder of Cask and Coast Whiskey. We have been sipping on some bourbon. We've been taste testing some cocktails. As a matter of fact, the studio just moments ago was full as we welcome you to Big Rich, TD, and Fletch live on YouTube, as well as Keg N Bottle's YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, do all those things. Follow us here. It's the best place to be on a Friday. There were a lot of people who just walked away with drinks. Mark, you're a heck of a bartender. You're fast, man.
Well, you have to be. And, you know, when you're making drinks at 10 o'clock in the morning, you never know what you're going to have to do. So I haven't even had my second cup of coffee yet. Here I am behind the bar.
Yeah, I just skipped the coffee on Fridays.
So, Mark, I know it's tricky, but when you're talking, try to talk directly through that mic.
And you can pull that mic wherever you like.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
I want you to explore the studio space.
This is you can go wherever you like.
Just use your body as your guide.
That's right. Let the whiskey take you over and then let it flow through you as we have. We are already 2 drinks deep. We've taste tested. We've sampled Cask and Coast California bourbon neat. We
steal a bottle.
Yeah. Get you a look at that.
There we go.
It's a nice bottle.
It's a beautiful bottle. It's a beautiful bottle.
Thank you.
And I think the reason he grabbed it is because he just went through his whole drink already. Yeah. I just needed a refill. That's all. It was a sneaky move that now Tony called me out on.
I know you well.
Yeah.
The bottle is actually from Italy, which is kind of the good news and the bad news, right? Because it's cool. It's a great design. It's also expensive and a real pain to actually get here.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tariffs.
Now tariffs, exactly.
Let me ask you a question about that. So how important because we just talked to you a little bit over the course of the 9 o'clock hour, you came in, you set up shop here at our bar that TD built on Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. This bottle, when you're deciding like what shape the bottle is going to be, the clarity of the glass, what color the glass is going to be, what the label looks like how important is all of that stuff? I mean, obviously we focus on what's inside, the juice, the bourbon itself, but how much thought goes into what it's going to look like on a shelf?
A ton of thought, because you picture a shelf, whether you're at a great store like Keg N Bottle, or you're at the bar itself and it maybe doesn't have the best lighting, right?
Yeah.
And so you got to think about what's going to catch people's eye. And that's very important, especially as a new brand, because people aren't familiar with our bottle, with our label, with the shape of it, with anything yet. And so you need something that stands out. Obviously, some brands go crazy. Like there's some tequila brands that just have crazy shapes, and there's some cognacs that are in like dragons and all kinds of stuff. We didn't want to do anything like that, but you need something that looks elegant. We're a premium product, and so it had to look good. Something that stands out, but in a positive way.
Yeah, it's classy.
Yeah, it is. And but it also has an old Western kind of a feel to it. That's what it looks like to me. I want to be a gunslinger with it.
Yeah, there is a little bit of that. And you know what? The fact that these bottles are shipped in from Italy, it makes sense, because wasn't it Clint Eastwood who used to go over to Italy and shoot the spaghetti westerns?
Yeah. It was just cheaper to film there.
Yeah. So you see like the mountains in the background. It's like the Italian Alps.
Yeah, right.
It's not the American West.
Yeah, they could go cheat. They could go film those things for nothing. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. But, so even though you got some whiskey in the bottle and an Italian blown glass bottle, it still says a little bit of cowboy to me.
Right? Yeah, I love it. I love the label. I love the look of the bottle. The name is great, and that's where I'm gonna. My next question: how'd you get actually started in this? We'll go there.
Well, the last time I was in this building, this studio, I was at your sister station, Kogo, because I was on the San Diego City Council. So I served 8 years on the City Council.
Whoa.
And after my sentence was up, It turned out that a decade in politics prepared me well for a transition to the alcohol industry.
Okay, yeah, right. You started drinking heavily.
About the same. Yeah. As a matter of fact, some of that was overlap. You're welcome for the roads.
Yes, exactly. I love it. And so I initially, I became involved with this distillery in Ireland. It's in the part of Ireland where part of my family is originally from. And so they were looking to create the first legal distillery in that part of the country in like 150 years. There have been plenty of illicit ones, but this was the first legal one. And so I was an investor in that. And then I kind of learned the business. I'd always been, on the consumer side of the industry, of course. But this was my first exposure to the business side of the industry. So then based on that experience, I was having lunch with an old friend, and he wanted to do something with whiskey, and so did I. And so we decided to team up and launch this company. That was 3 years ago.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
That is an awesome origin story. So I had no idea you had a role in politics at the local level here. Do you is when you're sitting in those circles, right? When you're hobnobbing with people, is it a bourbon crowd? Is it a wine drinking crowd? Like, I mean, you know what I mean? What is the spirit of choice amongst the San Diego elite?
And why is it children's blood?
And cocaine.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He was like, we usually just take ecstasy, honestly. We play rave music deep into the nights. We rent out old warehouses in the Midway district. The types where you can take your shirt off and maybe even your pants and dance like children of the night.
And then vote.
This actually sounds like, Rich, your days when you were playing with the Chargers.
Well, listen, did we do some weird
No.
stuff? Sure.
San Diego, no.
But-
maybe Phoenix.
Yeah, we consider it training, Cat. It got us ready for Sundays. No, I'm teasing, of course. But when you were in those circles, when you guys were having dinners and soirees and stuff, like what was being passed around?
Mostly twisted tea.
No kidding.
Okay, all right. So it's easy to go down. Easy to go down.
So you'd be shocked, but Tom Gloria only Mike's Hard Lemonade.
He just pounds them.
Yeah. Twisted tea.
And then he just hands out keys to the city.
Oh, it's fun.
I would say it is a cocktail and wine kind of crowd.
Yeah,
predominantly.
Yeah.
A lot of really good wine enthusiasts out there, and I think some appreciation for some good whiskey as well. Obviously, San Diego doesn't have a huge history with craft spirits, and so we're trying to help create that category. Obviously, huge, lengthy industry standard with craft beer, right?
Yeah.
And so what we're trying to do is help people understand that, first of all, bourbon doesn't have to come from Kentucky. Most of it does, but it doesn't have to. And second of all, we're basically where craft beer was 20 years ago, 25 years ago, right? And so we're trying to help create this industry.
That's cool. It is a cottage industry trying to get into like the whiskey game outside of Kentucky, right? You have to be sort of like Stone, where they were competing with Anheuser-Busch and things like that in the beer scene. And then, they found their inroad with the IPAs and some of the stronger ABV beers and stuff like that. When you're outside of Kentucky trying to get in on the bourbon game, how difficult is it? Like what roadblocks are in your way as a whiskey brand?
The biggest challenge with bourbon specifically, and I get this question probably 10 times a week, is doesn't bourbon have to come from Kentucky? Everybody just assumes that it's like champagne from France and all these sorts of things, right? And the answer is no. It has to be. There's only 3 requirements for bourbon. Has to come from the U.S., right? It's a quintessential American spirit. It has to be matured in new oak charred barrels. They don't have to be American oak. They typically are, just because that's what we have, but they doesn't have to be. And then it has to be distilled from at least 51% corn, and that's it. There's no age statement required. It could be 6 months old. It could be 6 years old. It really doesn't matter. As compared to like Irish whiskey, for example, has to be aged for 3 years before it could be called Irish whiskey.
Oh, gotcha.
And most Scotch is at least 12 years old, right? So bourbon doesn't have those type of age requirements, but it does have to be derived at least 51% from corn.
Yeah.
Irish whiskey was all bourbon.
Wait, say it again?
I wish whiskey
Oh.
You know
You
what?
said Irish.
You know what? Turn.
I know I did.
Turn his microphone off.
That was a funny joke. It was a funny joke.
TD with the dad jokes
It was a
right
funny
away.
joke.
As soon as he's down
I-
like one drink, it comes out.
It's all day.
I think he's down 3.
Everyone else got 2, and somehow he had 3.
He's got 3 in front of him and 2 empty glasses. Yeah.
This is a joke. While you guys were busy looking at totes.
Look at these cute totes. So as we're hamming it up over here, welcome to Big Rich, TD, and Fletch on YouTube, as well as Keg and Bottle.
Speaking of YouTube, Paris saying, "Take a lap, TD."
Like
Not even.
I haven't even seen that here yet.
Should I
Studio.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
It wasn't us. It was the people.
So TD might actually
The
pass
people
by
have
some
spoken.
professional volleyball players.
TD
on
might
his way
also
around the building
pass out.
today.
This is
Yeah.
the first time I've seen TD actually take a physical lap.
Yeah, we've said that he's owed us laps and he hasn't taken one yet. We really do have to start enforcing this.
I like
Yeah.
that we're holding him accountable.
Yeah, it's better
Otherwise,
than
it's gonna keep being Irish. All whiskey was bourbon, like an idiot.
we got to enjoy a spicy old fashioned. We got to enjoy the Cask and Coast whiskey neat. Now we're going to have our next cocktail here. Now, Kat, you have not been able to partake just yet because we don't have any virgin cocktails here. But based on the smell perfuming the air.
Oh, hand me a glass, Rich.
There you go. Oh yeah, and I'll get you the bourbon.
The
There you
sipper?
go. Yeah.
Okay,
Give
let's
that.
smell it.
This is
I haven't ran
So
that much.
that's very important, Kat. Is you can be our official nose for Barker Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my nose is usually a little tainted after I have to smell these men all morning.
Jeez,
Hey.
We
why
try
would
so
you have to
hard.
put it like that?
Yeah.
My nose is
Shower?
usually a little tainted.
Sounds like you're gonna get a lot of different kinds of deodorant and soaps.
Yeah. Well,
For your
no.
Secret Santa.
I sit closest to Rich, and he doesn't wear deodorant. I don't either.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
That's
You
crazy.
assume the smells come from me and TD, the two who do wear deodorant.
Yeah, well, how could that be?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you guys got that man stank. Me and Kat, we're ladies.
Smell fresh. Yeah.
No, you guys wear no deodorant or perfume.
No,
I wear perfume. Do you not wear cologne, Rich?
I forget most mornings, but I do
Oh.
sometimes. Actually, hang on. No, I didn't. do that. Yeah.
Smell.
I shower every morning, deodorant and cologne.
Yep.
Every single day?
Twice a day.
I don't even shower once a day.
That's insane.
Yeah.
We had to have some conversation with some employees that didn't wear deodorant.
Oh,
See?
you had to.
See? And
Yeah.
I don't want a conversation.
Dudes
Here's
or
the
ladies,
thing.
Tony?
What's that?
Dudes or ladies?
Dudes primarily.
If it was a lady, you just put up with it.
I don't know,
I think
man.
that women understand. Women know if they smell. Like they're more
Yeah.
self-aware than men are.
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
She's right.
you
Why-
smelled my
That's
armpit
pretty.
before.
That's pretty
Rich.
bold.
Are you putting your head in her pit right now?
Yeah.
That was not deep.
No,
Well,
Oh, he's
did
gone
that.
deep before.
get on that pig.
Okay.
No, she doesn't smell.
There's no smell.
How's that
Well,
possible?
I don't really
you
know.
wean yourself off. I haven't worn deodorant in 15 years.
Do you eat pineapples?
Yeah, if they're available.
Okay.
I will say this: just by looking at Kat, you would think she would stink.
Yes. That's right.
Much to our shock and
Just at
surprise.
one glance, you go definite odor.
So, anyways, Kat, how does the whiskey smell?
It smells.
On the
Bourbon.
nose.
It smells rich,
No.
and
wow.
not like Big Rich.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise, it would have no
Bad
sense at
choice.
all.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
smells. A
He
fluid.
smells like nothing. This bourbon smells like nothing.
Yeah, this smells like a fine dinner. You know, you're out with some men who have good taste.
Perhaps a steak.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps
Perhaps. When was the last time you had a
So,
steak?
so let me ask you a
8
question.
years ago.
Kat, so you don't drink,
Mhm.
right?
Uh-huh.
But would you be willing to swirl and spit?
Wow.
No,
Ooh,
I don't want to
no?
watch you. I don't want you guys to watch me swirl and spin. If we're being honest, not putting that on
Because,
YouTube.
because many judges, that's part of the process.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I've been on many panels and you can, only so many you can drink,
Yeah.
right? And so you're going through 50, sometimes 100 different spirits.
Oh yeah, and if
So
you're
you
like
can't- you don't-
TD,
yeah,
you're
so-
drunk after 2.
Exactly. So it's quite
Trying to do the
often
math here.
So you may want to try that, and would that jeopardize what you're doing with not drinking?
I think so, but the smell is quite nice. I don't mind the
Okay.
smell at all.
All right.
Hang on.
It's
All right.
awesome.
Yeah, now you're making me jealous. I want to smell it again.
Yeah.
8 years
You're
ago would have
for that.
been what? 2017?
Yeah,
I'm just.
it's when I went vegetarian.
I'm gonna
Got it.
need you.
I was just looking at the document.
I'm gonna need you to update the document, and also I'm gonna need you to find the correlation here.
Yeah, yeah.
Which one of these
yeah.
men
Yeah.
that she dated ruined Cat?
Well, that was just before David.
Okay.
So it's David letter to sobriety.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Thanks,
TD
David.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Whoever you
It's
are.
a fake name. I used a fake name.
Look,
TD
Ken,
is
it's YouTube
referencing.
only.
He's referencing the living document that he keeps, and he updates
Hold on.
when he finds out about a guy that I dated in the past.
Not that he keeps.
Yes.
That we keep.
At the show,
Yes,
Ken.
thank you.
I'm on Team Cat here. This is gross.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
It's a
This
shared
is-
Google Doc. Someone invited me to it as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank
And
you.
you know what?
As
Mark, what's your email?
Yeah. as Fletch says this is gross, he's the one who says update the document.
Oh, yeah. Now, Tony, we did get an update from Kat that
Yes.
if our show gets to #1 in the ratings, she will get hammered with us.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, if we have a #1 book, which is like, a 3-month quarter,
Yeah.
I will get drunk with these men.
We should
Really?
probably do that at K&B Bistro.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I think we start on a bar cart Friday,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
right? And
No
then just
doubt.
keep going.
Yeah, oh, that's a good
Oh
idea.
my God.
Yeah, because you didn't
Bar
tell us
crawl.
when the party has to end.
Oh, that's right.
You just said you would get drunk.
That's right.
I mean, you can technically do that over days.
Yeah,
What if
I
just
mean,
keep going?
if that happens, I'm down for it.
Jessica
I mean, did
Rabbit
you-
on YouTube is asking for pie charts and graphs to be made of the list.
It's not a list, Jessica. It's a document. Thank you.
Information.
It's a Bar Cart Friday brought to you by Keg and Bottle, 10 locations throughout San Diego. Also, you can go online. All of the spirits, wines, beer, this whiskey, Cask and Coast is available at kegnbottle.com. Can be shipped all over the United States. Tony Kanja has been a busy guy. I went to the warehouse. I met up with Tony. Actually, TD's children were helping the packaging process. You've now employed half of San Diego to try to catch up on some Black
Let me
Friday
tell you,
sales.
success comes in 2 parts, right?
Yeah.
The good news is you work hard to get like people to order, and then you get all these orders, and you're like, holy, we can say shit, right?
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, right. Yeah,
Holy
you should.
shit, we got to fill these things, right?
Right.
So then last Friday I was here, and I was like, yeah, I'm slammed, dude. I got to go. And TD goes, I got people for you.
Yeah.
So boom, 2 kids show up. No, not kids, they're full on adults.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, this is not
totally
a
helps.
sweatshop.
Oh, it's
Totally helped. We were there till midnight.
Yeah. It was funny because you said, I need some help here filling orders. I said, I'll send my kids down. They came down. When they came back, that was a Sunday morning. I talked to them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how'd it go? I'm like, fine. Yeah. We were packaging bottles. We were shipping things. And I think we work for Tony now. And I said, oh, I'm like, did you guys just help out or was he paying you to be there? And they both said, no, we're on the payroll now.
And then Rich shows up and spoils them. He goes and gets everybody Popeyes, not just him, but the entire crew. So thank you so much for feeding the Keg and Bottle crew, which is a bunch of people. So very kind of you, sir.
It was a very, very small gesture because I walked in there and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm like, Tony has no idea, but one of these people is actually chained to their desk.
Tony has no idea. Tony did it.
He's just swinging the keys around. Just like, get back to work.
More bottles.
T, is this the most busy Keg and Bottle's ever been?
For this season, yeah, absolutely.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah. So every year we kind of outdo the previous year, and I always set challenges to the whole team, and the team keeps growing, and with everyone's support, it's doing well. So
Well, right now at the very bottom of the YouTube video, you can see the website keggandbottle.com, and you can buy Cask and Coast right there on keggandbottle.com.
And I do want to say for in-store San Diego guys, we were talking earlier about San Diego brands. And so there's a section in every one of our local stores for San Diego brands.
No, it's cool.
I love that.
So we know you have a choice of where to buy and what to buy. And you were mentioning big names like when Stone was going up against Anheuser-Busch and whatnot.
Mhm.
And these small distilleries in town go up against these enormous brands. So people come in, ask for stuff, and we're like, hey, shop local. So shop local and coming into a small, excuse me, it doesn't have to be Keg and Bottle, but any small liquor store, family-owned business. B, shop local and buy brands like this.
Right.
Because it helps local brands grow and create the whole structure. We had 19 distilleries, and that's dwindled a little bit. A couple of them have gone out of business here in San Diego. So
That's a shame, yeah.
I think that's all of us because we all drink.
Yeah.
And so we should try to make a conscious choice to help out these smaller brands that are locally owned.
Well, all of us except Kat.
Which is weird because Kat's
That's
like
why.
the number one small business person in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, your sobriety is ruining small business.
You're shutting down business.
Yeah,
Kat.
the distillery's closed after I quit drinking.
You know what? The sound tells me that may be the case.
Is there a correlation? Let's do a chart on that.
So Mark is joining us from Cask and Coast bourbon out here, a California bourbon. And as he outlined, you don't got to be in Kentucky to make bourbon, and you certainly don't need to be in Kentucky. And we now know this to make a great bourbon because this is delicious stuff, Mark. You made us a new cocktail here as we welcome everybody in on YouTube. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch, like, subscribe, even comment on this video. We're going to have it up on our page. It'll live forever, so you can come back and enjoy this with friends later on as well. You can check out Keg N Bottle's YouTube page as well. But Mark, you fixed this up another drink. What are we going to be sipping on now?
Yeah, so this is a paper plane. And the paper plane is a pretty new cocktail in the annals of cocktails. Given the old fashioned is the original cocktail, the paper plane is definitely a lot newer than that. It was developed by a bartender by the name of Sam Ross, and it's essentially equal parts bourbon, Aperol, Amaro Nonino, and there's a fancy version of this that you don't have to get. It's a lot more expensive, and in this you don't need that. This is just their regular version of Amaro Nonino, which is a great Italian liqueur. And then lemon juice, and that's it. So there's 4 ingredients, equal parts, and you just put it all in there, stir it. You can serve it in a coupe glass. You can serve it. You can serve it whatever glass you want. But it's a nice, very drinkable cocktail.
Oh, you gotta smell that.
It's
awesome.
It's got some really good flavor to it, and very very popular cocktail.
Kat, Annals is a record of events year by year. So get your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah. We know. We know. Yeah.
Paris, go ahead and comment.
It's the season.
What's the comment?
No, because Rich is making, or TD's making jokes about annals.
Oh my
you are working on your second lap of the day.
I'm working on my 4th drink. This is delicious.
This paper plane is awesome. That guy Sam Ross, is he a bartender out of New York? Where
He is. He's out of New York City. Yep.
Yeah. He's I mean, one of those mixologists who has risen to fame, and this is a big reason why. Again, another. Maybe you're miscast. Maybe you should be a bartender at K&B Bistro with Tony Kanja over in the college area, because I'll tell you right now.
How good are you writing emails?
We got some emails.
You are nailing it, man.
Think about that. The bartender with the politician background and political background, right?
Yeah.
Dude, imagine the conversations at that bar.
Yeah, you and Jay would have great conversations.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Jay literally owns a American flag Speedo.
He's the smartest man I know.
Oh yeah,
Really? Really?
Big beautiful beard, and yeah, really has some interesting thoughts on foreign policy.
Real soft pink nipples too.
they were.
Yeah.
We tried to soften them up with whipped cream.
Oh, that's true.
That's what it was.
It worked.
Yeah. That picture will probably make the photo album, our year-end photo album that we like to post once a year on Big Rich, TD, and Fletch on Instagram. Also, follow us on Instagram, 1015 KGB on Instagram, Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. Mark, if you will, shout out the Instagram handle for Cask and Coast.
Yeah, we're at Cask and Coast, and spelled out Cask and Coast. And incidentally, I actually did used to be a bartender for a minute back in my mid-20s.
Oh.
Got my mixology certificate.
You haven't lost your chops, dude. Yeah.
Very comfortable back here.
Yep.
Yeah, it works well. This works really well. Buddy, it has been a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for plying us with alcohol this morning. It has been an absolute wonderful, enjoyable experience. And the best part about it is, we do this a lot. And there are times where you get a brand who walks through the door and you can tell they're still figuring it out. Maybe they don't have all the kinks hammered out. This is the real deal, folks. If you want a good bourbon, if you want a great gift for the holidays, and you want to shop local, Cask and Coast bourbon, a little California whiskey, man. Yeah, this is the stuff.
No doubt. Now, if you're a business as well, right, Tony? If you're a business owner and you want to send them as gifts,
absolutely.
KegandBottle.com, you go there as well.
So we were doing a lot of that corporate gift giving. So if you win, this bottle lends itself to have some a nice area to engrave.
Oh yeah.
So we can have them engraved, shipped out, thank you for your business and, 2025 kind of thing, or Happy New Year or something like that.
Yeah.
Send it to your clients and to your friends. Yeah, it's easy.
You got Caleb Dale doing the engravings?
Absolutely.
TD's son is the engraver now.
Is he doing it by hand?
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting gift.
He's got a chisel.
And actually, Rich, that's why you were at K&B last week, right? I ran into TD's kids because you were going and buying a bunch of bottles to give to your kids' school teachers.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's what teachers want.
100%. After dealing with my kids,
Yeah.
after dealing with my children, I knew exactly what they needed. Wine. Lots of it. I literally went to Keg and Bottle and I bought 2 cases from Tony. I'm like, don't even bother engraving them. We because honestly, we're probably going to give multiples to some of these people who my children have tortured. These poor souls.
But my sisters are teachers, and they're our best customers.
Oh, there's no question. Yeah, I should probably up my game. I'm giving wine. I should do Cask and Coast bourbon. I need a higher alcohol content.
You said your sisters are teachers?
Yep.
Do you ever go to teacher parties?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
No.
Dude, they get weird.
Yeah, teacher parties are nuts.
My wife's a teacher. TD's wife
Yeah.
is a school psychologist.
Yeah.
And so we've been to plenty of these. And initially, when we first started going, it was kind of like I got dragged to them. Like I
Right.
didn't necessarily want to go.
Right.
Now, I'm dragging my wife to them because something crazy is going to happen at every single one.
The first teacher party that I was dragged to.
People end up in the pool fully clothed.
Okay, we started out at a house, and it was like they were pouring tea. I'm not kidding you. Within 2 hours, we were at a club at a casino.
Wow.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Okay, well, I have not yet been invited to any of the teacher parties yet, but I plan to in 2026.
You know what it is, Rich? It's somebody at the teacher party will say, "Oh, and how about that first grader? I'm going to use your son, Bastion."
Oh
Bastion.
my God, yeah.
And then the other teacher starts talking about, in my room, he pantsed another student. And then it just keeps going round and round and round. And eventually everyone's like, all right, shots, Cask and Coast, pull them up.
I had no idea that my kid went to your wife's school, but that hits close to home.
Is that a thing that kids are doing still? Is pantsy?
Oh, come on, yeah.
I hope so. I hope so.
Trash canning, pantsing.
Swirlies.
Yeah.
Oh my
Hey, do
gosh.
people play butts up still?
What is
They call it
that?
something different.
Well, what do
What's
they
butts
call it?
up?
I forget. It's wall ball now. It's something like that.
Are you not allowed to say butts up?
I don't know. Everything has changed.
Oh, is that where you hit?
Everything
hit them
has
with the
changed,
ball?
yet it all stays
Yeah.
the same.
You throw the ball to wall, and if
It bounces
if-
more than twice.
yeah, or if you don't catch it,
Right.
Yeah,
You
you-
bobble it. You have to go
Oh, you
stand
have
on
to
the
run,
wall,
you have to
hands
hit-
on the wall.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
Oh.
somebody gets to launch the ball at your
Oh,
back.
with
Yeah.
your butts up.
Mhm.
With your butt up.
Got it.
With your butt up.
Okay.
Yep.
everybody
It's,
gets a turn. We should
that's
play it here in studio.
honestly, we should.
Sounds awful.
Cat,
We
you'll
have a
lose.
soccer ball though.
With her size 42, she will definitely.
Size 42. No one's missing.
No.
She's got to cinch that belt.
It's a dog and
I'll
dog.
tell you right now. It's like a movie screen.
We'll
bless
get
America.
those volleyball girls to come back in. That'd be a problem.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
Yeah. Which, by the way, huge thanks to the San Diego Mojo who stopped by. That was really cool. Professional volleyball team here in San Diego. But more importantly, huge thank you to you, Mark, founder, CEO, chief bottler, market CMO of Cask and Coast,
Janitor.
Yeah. Mark, are you really a one-man team? Do you have anybody else on your crew?
So I've got a business partner, Rich, who unfortunately couldn't be here this morning, but it's the two of us. And then my wife has been doing a lot of stuff too to help out.
Oh my
Man.
gosh.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys do it all.
Yeah.
Well, a tip of the cap to the missus, man, because you guys are doing something really special. Everybody who's listening, everybody who's watching, we definitely appreciate that you're doing that. Like, subscribe, follow us, share with friends. Most importantly, Keg and Bottle on YouTube, Big Rich, TD, and Fletch on YouTube, and make sure you follow Cask and Coast on Instagram and get you a bottle for $69 if you mention Big Rich, TD, and Fletch this weekend over at any of the 10 locations. Keg and Bottle in San Diego. Tony, thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Appreciate
Owner.
it. Thank you, Mark, for jumping in. You're the man.
Well, and I just want to thank Tony because they've been such a great partner for us that when we got in there, they were our first local retail partner 3 years ago, and it was such an easy process to get in their stores. They obviously wanted to try it to make sure it was legit, but you could tell that they really value local suppliers. They really wanted to help build the category. And once they tried it, they're like, oh, yeah, we like this. And they put it all their stores right away. It was so easy. They didn't have to think about it. It was just,
Dude, cool.
They've been great ever since.
I'll tell you what, after going to the warehouse, I can see why Tony, man, he's got that place organized.
Mhm.
It's unbelievable. And support local. Get you some Cask and Coast bourbon over at Keg and Bottle, any of the 10 locations. On behalf of Tony Kanja, Keg and Bottle.
KegandBottle.com.
And or go to kegandbottle.com. Get yourself
Or go to the bistro and drink one there.
Oh, that's right. Or do that as well.
Taste test it first.
On behalf of Mark with Cask and Coast, it's Big Rich, TD, and Fletch signing out on a Bar Card Friday. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week. Woo! Woo!